Hey, Middle Cross. Happy New Year. Jeff and I were here to share three things. Talk a little bit about the past, talk about the near future, and then talk about the kind of some transitions in the long-term future. And so, just starting with the past, we're going to spend some time reviewing the past at our annual meeting, January 24th, during our spiritual formation times. So you can put that on your calendar, January 24th, during spiritual formation, will be our annual meeting. As we've done in the past, we're going to have a family report video. But in order for me to get the content, so I can start doing interviews for that video, it's survey time again. This year, the survey is going to look a little different. Because 2020 has been such a crazy year, I wanted to give us an opportunity to reflect and review the year. And so for maybe some of you, that would be 5 minutes. Maybe some of you want to sit with it for 45 minutes, but the review is going to look a little different in that this is just a calendar with a full calendar throughout the year. And the invitation is for you to sit down with this calendar and go through and remind yourselves and say, oh yeah, what was going on in May? Because for me, some of this stuff, like back in January, Kobe Bryant died. Like, that's crazy. I forgot all about that. And so to go through this calendar and see some of these events and to say, where was I at throughout this year? And to fill in some of these different pieces from my own life or things that were going on spiritually for me or just significant events. And then bring those all back together, whether you do it through paper or through the link on the online version, to bring it and have it all due by January 10th. That will give me enough time to kind of compile those results and then be able to make a video for January 24th. So that's the past and review. Looking ahead to 2021, right around the corner, Jeff.
So we are excited to begin a new series, and it is actually an initiative that's been sponsored by our denomination, the Christian Missionary Alliance, and it's called the 40 Days of Prayer. And we, as well as congregations across the world, are going to be pressing into this opportunity. There'll be a 40-day devotional that you will get to take part in on your own. And it's also going to be the Sunday gathering structure is going to be based around these 6 primary themes that we're going to be looking at as Christian Missionary Alliance families across the globe. And so we're excited, and we think there isn't a better way to begin the year than spending 40 days in prayer and to seeking the heart of God collectively as a church and individually. And we hope that you will come and be a part of that starting this Sunday when we look at the holiness of God together. And so it's an exciting thing to do, that kind of soul-searching experience, especially when we have been through so much transition, but there is more transition that is in front of us. And Alex is going to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. So as most of you probably know, in August, Alyssa and I, we had the opportunity to share with you all about what God's been laying on our heart about planting a church here in Lincoln that is a decentralized church. So we're really excited about that opportunity. In September, we went to Ohio for a church planters assessment. That was awesome. We left encouraged and challenged, and I learned a lot. I actually had to go back to Ohio just a few weeks ago for another 4-day intensive, one-on-one. That went really well. And so here we are looking to the new year with a green light and saying, let's go, let's make this happen. Start taking steps moving that direction. And so the elders have come up with a transition plan for me in my role. Jeff's going to talk about that in a second. But as Alyssa and I are now, we're at the point where we're ready to transition. We're feeling sad because we've been part of this community for 7 years, and I've been on staff for 4.5 years. And there's just a lot of loss. And I imagine that many of you are also experiencing sadness and loss around this upcoming transition. And so I would ask that we would feel it together, that you would reach out to myself, to Alyssa, as we go through this over the next few months, because we're also excited, and we're going to be just kind of eyes forward, moving ahead, but we don't want to miss the opportunity for us all to be sad together and enjoy that experience. And so that's what we're looking ahead. Jeff, can you give details about what that transition is going to look like?
Yeah, so Alex is going to continue on in his full-time role as pastor of youth and equipping through January 31st. That'll be his last day as a full-time pastor here at Middle Cross. And on January 31st, Alex will not only be preaching that Sunday, but we're also going to take our spiritual formation time to do a celebration and appreciation of Alex and Alyssa and all that they have meant to us here at Middle Cross. So I hope you'll be thinking about the things that you would like to share with them of your appreciation and the value that you hold for them, for what they've done in your heart spiritually and just personally as friends. And so please be considering what you can share with them. There'll be a little bit more detail shared about what that celebration will be like as we get closer, and we look forward to doing that with them. But through the month of February, Alex and Alyssa are going to have a month of sabbatical where he is going to be able to step away and just take a chance to recharge emotionally, spiritually, and to kind of recoup some of the energies of all the investments he has poured out over these last years. And then starting March 31st through May 31st, Alex is going to come back on staff part-time, specifically in his role as youth director. That'll be his only area of responsibility for those last 3 months. And then when May 31st ends, he will be fully released, and he, Alyssa, will be sent into this role as church planners. And we will celebrate that and be sad with them and sad for us about that transition as well. And so we hope that, as Alex said, you'll join with us in appreciating, but also walking with the sadness and grief that we'll all be feeling as they step into this new adventure. But we're excited about what God is going to do and build his kingdom in Lincoln because of what God has called Alex and Alyssa into. So thank you for taking the time to listen to us share this, and we look forward to walking with you to review, to step into, and to look forward to what God is doing here in and through Middle Cross Church. God bless you all, church family. We love you.